I request Honorable Minister to launch the book. Kindly bring the book. I call upon CMD Wilton to get the Wi-Fi services launched by our Honorable Minister of Railways, Shri Suresh Prabhakar Prabhuji. CMD Wilton, Shri R.K. Bahuguna. I now call upon Shri Suresh Prabhuji to address the gathering.
Good morning, friends. It's really an honor for me to release a book co-authored by my very good friend, Dr. Vivek Debroy, and all his other two co-writers, Sanjay Chadda and Vidya Krishnamurthy. Introduction by none other than Gulcharan Das. Vivek Debroy is an amazingly versatile personality. First of all, he's a prolific writer, he's a great thinker, very good human being, a good friend always, and someone who thinks beyond normal, run-of-the-mill stuff and thinks about larger issues and can relate it back to the contemporary problems. He is writing on Mahabharata, ancient scriptures. At the same time, he can write about what should be the future of Indian economy. Someone who can at the same time dwell in the issues of philosophy and also macroeconomics. So someone who is such a wide reach of thinking has decided to write on railways history. I really feel it's a great contribution to our great institution like Indian Railways. And one way he's gone into the history, but also we are working together to shape the future of railways. So this is something very interesting. So we are while going into the past, we are also trying to find out what should be the future for the railways. I know we all should be proud of this great institution. There are very interesting stories. In fact, the railways in India, though brought in by the British, under the British rule, which was born just after the Industrial Revolution and the railway as an entity globally. But Indian railways have grown substantially since then. But growth was not always something which was in the interest of the organization itself. The railway has grown, it is now traveling to different locations. But if you do not address the organizational issues, which is in turn giving rise to the railway network, how can the network be sustained? So making the organization work, creating an ethos in the organization which will actually be able to deliver is an important issue. And therefore, we are presently working on the same issue, how to revitalize the organization, how to bring in more money into the organization. Yesterday we had a roundtable with co-organized by the World Bank. All top investors from the world were here, who have now started taking interest in railways. This is for the first time, including the multilateral agencies. They are not very keen to look at it now. They are saying, in fact, yesterday the World Bank team from Washington, the India director, all of them said that we are very excited about what's happening in the railways because this is something which is the right track we want to do. So railway as an organization must first be efficient, must be modern, must be technologically savvy, and to do all that, we need several steps to be taken at the same time. So sometimes it is very easy that we can take one step and think about, but then we'll go on for other one. A mammoth organization like railways needs all kind of intervention at the same time: technological, financial, administrative, regulatory, bringing in best of talent into the organization. So HR issues, all of that should happen at the same time. And that's what precisely we are doing, right from HR to technology, to finance, to environmental issues, to bring in the type of, to keep abreast about the new technological inventions. All of that is trying to be taken on board at the same time. And at such time, we really need partners. And I'm very happy that my good friend Dr. Vivek Debray right now is in the NITI, which again is a very important institution, which is now as a Prime Minister's vision of creating a think tank, which in turn can actually look at issues, not just today's problem, but also the issue that we are going to face in the next several decades. So this is a very interesting times when we want to build a railway network in a modern times, because history always is a good way to look at what has happened. And we can always enjoy history because this is something which has happened, and so we can relax and sit back and think about it. But future is always very challenging because not many things about known about it. And therefore how you act and present is going to decide the future. Learning from the past, right lessons, unlearning some of the wrong ones, and shaping the future is something that is really necessary to be done. And I'm very happy that person of the intellectual capability of Vivek Debray, with the human touch that he has, is the right person to link past and future by taking right action in present, which will all work together and do it. So I once again congratulate Dr. Vivek Debray, Sanjeev Chadda, and Vidya Krishnamurthy for authoring this book. The great contribution to railways, and it's the right forum, right place to launch it is Railway Museum, because museum is also supposed to be look at all the historical artifacts and many other things which stores it here. So the memory is in the museum, and I think this book will add a lot of value to this memory of the railways. And as I said, when we keep traveling, you have to also not forget where we started the journey. So if you board a train in Delhi, you must always remember the good time that we had in Delhi while we were boarding the train. But you should always remember where you have to go. Ultimately, we may have to go to Thiruvananthapuram, which is Mr. Nayan's place probably. He's from Kerala, so maybe not Thiruvananthapuram, somewhere else. So final destination is as important to know as we always remember the right time when we started the journey. So starting the journey is recorded in the book. Going to the destination is an ongoing process. I am sure the destination as well as the beginning of the journey both will join one day to make a very modern and very vibrant railway network. That is what we need to do. Thank you very much. Congratulations to my good friend Vivek and all his colleagues. And thank you all for coming here. I would have loved to listen to Mr. Nayan because we always read what he writes. Therefore, but unfortunately, I have to go to Parliament because today is our demands for grant going to be discussed with Rajya Sabha. So there is a meeting. So thank you very much.